Okay, so, first I will explain typecasting, then I will start file handling in C. Okay, so not actually it is not typecasting. This type def. Okay, typecasting is separate topic. It is type def, okay, not typecasting. Oh, that's wrong. Let's check one thing. Yeah. So
Sir, screen is not visible, sir.
oh,
Sir, are you sharing this?
sorry. Yeah. I actually forgot to share. Just a minute. Just a minute. Now it is visible. Now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Suppose if I declare one integer variable int x. Now x is equal to suppose 5. Uh, now printf. Uh, it will give me output as 5. Okay. So now what if I write this, suppose int I, okay, so I x is equal to 5. Okay, so
Sir,
can I,
once can you? Sir, sir,
yes,
sir, what is today's topic?
topic is first I will shortly explain type dev keyword. Okay, after that I will start file handling in C. Okay, first I will explain uh, type def, then I will start file handling in C. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so anybody can explain this code.
Sir, you have written type def inti. That means when you are writing ix equal
I
to, then it means that I is simply acting as integer. So we don't need to write integer x equal to 5. If we write ix equal to 5, then it will do.
Yes, actually, the type def is mainly used to create uh, shorthands. Okay, shorthands of a long word. That is here. Suppose I have here int. Okay, so this int, actually, if I write type def int I, then I actually represents integer int. Okay, I actually represents int. So if I now, instead of defining int x, what I can do, I can just write ix. That means that x is the integer. That is I is actually integer. I is actually means int. Okay, so I here represents int. Okay, type the int I means instead of writing the int as a whole, I can also write here I. Okay, so it is actually used to make shorthands of of any types. Okay, for suppose, so actually in the earlier actually the I can also use this in this way. Suppose I have this start node. I have this start node and I have two variables. Suppose int x, uh, then int y. Okay, y, and I can write this in this way. Type start node s. Okay, now I can write this s instead of declaring if I have to declare variable structure, then what I will do? Start node x. That means x is a variable of this structure node type. Okay, but instead of writing the start node, I can simply write s x. Just simply write s x. Okay. Okay, I can simply write here SX. So type are actually used to make the shorthands. Okay, shorthands of some data type. Okay, so start instead of writing this start node as a entirely, I can represent this start node by this single character S. So I can simply write SX. Okay, okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So,
Sir, sir,
yeah,
sir,
yeah.
sir, you can also write type def itself in the first, means in the second line, type def struct node. After that, you can only write node s. That also will do the work.
Yes. Now, so it is the concept of type def. Okay. Now, the second thing is uh, typecasting. Typecasting is actually you have already seen the example of typecasting when I have shown you malloc. Okay, there I have typecasted malloc to int pointer. Okay, so typecasting is suppose suppose I have uh, 24. So if I write I
Hello,
is equal
sir.
to yes,
Sir, your voice
yes.
is not sir, your
Now
voice is
now
not audible, sir.
now it is okay. Now it
Yes,
is
sir.
audible. Okay, okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
okay. I is equal to f. Now actually I am just checking one thing. Okay, checking one thing. just open one example. Okay, I have forgot the example here. Just a minute.
স্যার অভিরূপে জয়েন করতে অসুবিধা হচ্ছে, ওকে একবার ইনভাইট পাঠান না।
ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে। Yeah, yeah, yeah. So suppose I get another variable called suppose j is equal to 3. Okay. Now float, or suppose if I do printf, or if I have a one float variable float f is equal to float f. Okay. Now I write f is equal to I by j. Okay, I by j. Printf percent f. So what is the output here, guys? Sushi, what is the output here?
1 point something.
Sir, 1.00 something.
1.33.
1.9 না 1.33
কি অবস্থা
আমি
Sir,
দেখছি
1.3333.
দেখতে হবো, ঠিক আছে।
মানে 6টা 3 হবে পয়েন্ট পরে।
What is coming here?
1.0.
Is this answer correct?
Sir, actually
No.
we need to
Type
keep
that করতে হবে।
any one of the variable from either
see.
I or j.
See, here what I am doing, I am actually dividing two integer numbers, right? I am dividing 4 by 3, so I am dividing two integer numbers. So if I divide two integer numbers, always the output will be in integer only. Okay, if I divide two integer numbers, then always the output will be in integer only. Okay, so what is happening? 4 by 3, 4 by means so since I am doing here integer division, so the output will also come as an integer. So here 4 by 3 will output you 1. Okay, but to get the actual value, so I have to typecast it. Since here I am storing integer inside the float, and so I would by then I will typecast it in like this. That means I am telling compiler that yeah, I know that these I and j are integer numbers, but after we divide them, then the output might be a floating point number. So I am typecasting it to float. Then the output will be 1.333. Okay, so this thing is called typecasting. Okay, this thing is called typecasting. Okay, it is an example of typecasting. So what I am doing, I am just typecasting. This is an integer division, so always integer division will always give you an integer number only. So here I am dividing 4 by 3. So 4 is an integer, 3 is an integer. So our output will be 1. Okay. But now I am typecasting it to float. Then the entire entire output will be stored inside the F. Okay. That's the concept typecasting. Let me check any other point. Promotion. Okay. Yes. Let me check this thing. So if I have and long int, okay, long int I. Now I have an int I, int x. So can I write x is equal to I? Yes. So it is some integer proportion, that is, see here the size of char is less than int. Okay, so for that reason I can easily add c with I, because character size is less than the integer size. Okay.
But
Right.
sir, here the
Yes.
value of C, small c,
Hmm.
should be 97, 99, na? So it is not
Yes.
less than 17.
No. Actually, character is 1 byte, na? Integer is 4 byte, na? So size of character is
हाँ
less than the size of the integer. Okay. So in this case, this character is automatically promoted to integer.
converted
Okay.
into
Okay. So because why? Because I can store smaller value inside the larger one, right? But not vice versa. So I cannot store a large value inside a small space, but I can store a smaller value inside the larger number.
Sir, then what will be the answer here? What will be the value of sum? Oh, 116.
116. Yes, this. It is
এটা কি
99.
করে হলো?
ASCII
17 plus,
value of
okay,
C
okay.
is 99,
Got
19
it.
plus 16. Okay.
Hmm.
So now see, suppose I have a float. Okay. Float I is equal to 1.5. Okay. Now I have int I.
Sir, what was the
I is equal to F. Okay. Now int F. CD I. So what is the value here? What is the output here? Guys,
So what is F? You have not
oh, sorry.
initialized F.
Yeah, what is the output here?
So এটা তো হবে না, higher to lower যায় না,
হ্যাঁ,
lower to higher
No,
হবে
one হবে answer, one.
1 হবে।
1. Why?
One, yes, sir.
See, I cannot store a larger value inside a smaller one. So if I try to store it, then the some part might be omitted. Okay. That's the reason this 0.5 is this part is omitted. Okay. So by default I can promote, but
Sir,
I
Sir,
cannot
what
do
did you show? Sir, what did you show just now? My meeting got disconnected.
Yes, actually,
सर
हाँ हाँ
सर वो I इज इक्वल टू एफ कैसे लिख दिया सर? वो तो इंटीजर है, वो फ्लोट है सर, मतलब
हाँ just
तो,
just
वो
I
सर सिर्फ
yes yes actually I am just asking you the output. It is I am just checking if I write I is equal to f, then what is happening? Okay, I am
वो
just
सर सिर्फ
checking.
इंटीजर वैल्यू लेगा सर।
Yes because
sir
the
1.
yes one only
हाँ तो
output will
फ्लोट के
one.
मतलब पॉइंट के बाद वैल्यू नहीं लेगा।
Yes
तो सर 1.00 लेता सर, वो तो लिखता 1.00।
no it is integer na, it is integer na.
अच्छा ओके
That's the reason it is writing as one, right? Okay.
Sir,
यस
your
सर।
recording has stopped.
How?
Has your recording stopped?
No, the recording
Okay,
is
fine,
going on.
fine.
No, it is okay. So that is my point is this this from shorter to higher, that is from smaller to higher is it is possible by default, but not vice versa. That is I cannot store a large value in a small space, right? So see, this portion is int to unsigned int to long. So it is by default. I can promote int. Okay. So it is the thing, and so it is the
Sir,
type. Yes.
sir, so what is the output here?
One.
Sir, here the output is coming because in your code blocks the size of integer and float is same. That's why the output is coming. Means
No.
will this thing happen in Turbo C++ also in version 3? Because there the size of integer
That.
is 2.
Let's check that. Okay. I just okay. Just a minute. I will see open or not. I am not sure. Turn off incoming videos. Let's check whether I can open Turbo C or not. Okay. Let's check that. Because in team there is a problem in opening Turbo C. না সম্ভব নয়, একই হবে, ব্যাপারটা একই হবে।
No, sir, just now you said that we cannot store a larger value in a smaller value. So, but here you are saying that it is possible that the output is 1. The output is showing 1. I saw that. But
Yes.
here in code blocks, the size of integer is 4 bytes. The size of float is also 4 bytes. That's why it is not a problem. But when the size of integer is 2 bytes, then also it will be 1.
I think it will be 1. Okay. Just a minute. Online Turbo C compiler. Check.
Sir, you means write one code in which you are converting means you are assigning an integer value to a
Just a
char
minute.
variable.
Okay,
Like
just
that you can
a
see.
minute. Long, I can check
Sir,
with long,
what
right?
was the output when you
Long.
took long in?
Yes, that I am checking. Long int, I suppose I is equal to suppose 4 byte to 4 byte মানে অনেক হিউজ নাম্বার 4 byte। So there will be no issue here. Okay. Oh yeah. Good.
হবে তো এটা।
Yeah. Oh, okay. Long int
Sir,
L.
what have you written I equal to L?
L,
It
L,
should be
L.
long L, long int L.
Oh, yes. In this case, in this case also it's okay, because see in case of code block, here this integer size is 4 byte, na? So then to understand it, I have to use one huge number. So let me check this 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, sir, you can do it using char also. Means you try
Yes,
to
yes,
assign
yes.
an integer
Yes,
value to a
yes,
char
yes,
variable.
yes. Good.
Sir, %ci.
Percent here ASCII value আছে না? This for you ASCII value, right? Suppose pi, it's showing pi. So pi is pi is showing pi.
So,
So what is your question? I can't get that.
sir, initially you told that we cannot store one larger value into a smaller value. So we know that the size
Yeah,
of char is
actually,
1 byte.
see. Actually, yeah. I go to your point. That is, so you are saying that in this case, both the integer size is 4 byte and float is also 4 byte, right? So in this case, you cannot understand the difference, right? So just a minute. If I have, if I can.
And sir, why was it showing pi?
That means I think the ASCII this 1, 2, 3, 4
No,
represents the
sir,
pi.
how can it be? Because the maximum ASCII value is 256. 1 to 3, 4 is not the.
256.
Yes, sir. So
256.
pi
256
must
ASCII
have
value. Yeah, after that I
ASCII
think
value between 256.
yeah, after that it will go to the minus range, na?
So minus range
Ha
also
ha.
minus 250 means minus 126 to no, plus 126 means minus 120 to plus
Yeah,
128.
I just a minute. Let me check. Yeah, then
So
I can
once you
just a minute,
do
just a minute. Oh, da. ASCII value of pi. Let me do some R&D. Okay, just a minute. 227. 227 is pi, right?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So according to
Sir,
my
you do
view,
one thing
according,
instead of writing
Achha,
long INTI, just
oh,
INT.
let me just explain this first.
Sir,
Let me finish my word. Okay. Let me finish my word. See, what I think, what is happening in this case, I store 1, 2, 3, 4 inside L. Okay. Now inside I try to store L, but the some portion of this 1, 2, 3, 4 is actually scratched, because I am storing some the bigger thing inside smaller one. So some portion of this 1, 2, 3, 4 is kept. So what is left is is getting equal to the ASCII value of pi. Okay, so I think that
So what is the
Sir?
ASCII value of pi?
it is showing here to 27.
227. 227.
It is showing here to
Then sir,
27.
how is it
Sir, if
copying
you
1, 2,
write
3, 4 and
How
giving
it is
27
227?
how it is possible that I mean that actually I don't know. See here, what I am telling you, this inside I 1, 2, 3, 4 is stored, right? Now what I am doing, I am doing I is equal to L. So, but character is smaller than long, right? So some portion of this 1, 2, 3, 3, 4 is actually scrapped. So what is left? I think that is actually equal to pi. Yeah? That I
No, sir,
think.
I
Sir,
think this is absolutely giving garbage value because 1, 2, 3, 4. How
Yes.
will it give 227? There is no 7, there is no extra 2 in 1, 2, 3, 4. Means it is
Then
giving garbage value, I think.
sir,
uh,
Sir,
if you
you do
just
one
write
thing. If you
227
let's
writing
instead of
wrong,
1,
you
2, 3,
just
4,
write
will it give
integer value.
let's check this. Let's
You
check
just
this.
write an integer value. Write
Yes.
12. L equal to 12. Then you check.
But this, if I write 12, 12 can be stored in actually 8 bit, na?
Yes, sir.
12 can be stored in 8 bit, na? So there will be no problem in it, na? So
Sir,
something I have to give.
Sir, 12.
Oh,
I have to
then
give
you write 300. Then you
300.
write 300.
No sir,
It is
this is
also,
garbage. I checked it in my
Sir,
compiler also,
the
it is giving
same
Garbage.
garbage.
thing with
sir, it should be
sir,
garbage only.
Garbage, na?
sir 300 also exits the range of ASCII, so the same problem.
Oh, this
No,
not.
no, that is why I want to check
It is
that what
giving.
is it
It
giving.
is giving. It is giving dash, right? It's giving dash. Okay, yeah, Modusi, you are correct. That is, what is happening here, it is inside the long int L, this 300 is stored. Now, when I try to store it, then it is not storing. Some portion is stored, some portion is left. So, when I print, then it is just giving some values. Okay. So, the main thing is, I cannot store a larger value inside a smaller one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, okay, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, if I write 227 instead of 300, then will it give pi?
Yes.
Let's check that. Let's check that.
Ask you to correct the conversion. How?
Let's check that. Okay. Let's check that.
স্যার পাইটাতে ইস্যু দিচ্ছে হচ্ছে
Yes.
99
Yes.
হচ্ছে ক্যারেক্টার মানে 99 দিকে সি আসবে তাহলে তো পারবে
No, in this case, what is happening? See, if I try to store a long, larger sun inside a smaller one, then it will not behave in the usual way because some
No,
portion
but
is
sir,
not stored,
sir,
right? Hmm.
sir, I
No, sir, but
tried
in
just
case
now
of
with
this,
double. 1 second, Madhushi, 1 second.
Yes.
I tried with double, like where you're writing long int L. If I'm
Hmm.
writing double L is equal to some very huge double number, and then if
Yes.
I'm writing int I is equal to double L, okay, then
Hmm.
it is giving the integer portion of the double value. That means it is not
Yes.
giving garbage.
Yeah, actually, so see, actually, what was Moses was saying that see, in this case, in my compiler, it is my NC. I am here using GC compiler, okay? And it is 64 bits. So here, integer size is also also 4 byte, and your float size is also 4 bytes. So 4 byte means a huge, like, actually is a huge number, okay? So but if you try this code uh, in actually turbo C, then it will be a problem because in turbo C integer is of size of integer is 2 byte, and your so then if you try to store this, then there will be a problem there. See, See what Twinkle is saying, that Twinkle is giving one huge number and suppose 55677 point something, and he is storing she is storing inside the integer number. But when you try to print it, then it is only getting the integer part. What is happening?
Yes.
See, in Twinkle's case or in my case, the integer is also of 4 byte. Okay, this 4 byte means a huge number. For 4 byte also is a huge number. So if Twinkle can check, if Twinkle can input a number which is more than 4 byte, then there will be a problem of this garbage, I think. Okay, that is 4 byte means 4 into 8 is 32 bit though. So just a minute. If I give this calculator to the
But this only I cannot understand. How can we store a very large number in small? Oh no, integer তো রেঞ্জটা অনেক বড় হয়। Okay, okay, I got it.
আচ্ছা স্যার,
হ্যাঁ,
এটা কি এই জন্য হচ্ছে যে সি তো মানে হচ্ছে মেশিন ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ, তো সি তো মানে সবসময় কিছু না কিছু আউটপুট দেয়, তো বাকি অবজেক্ট ওরিয়েন্টেড গুলো যখন এরর দেখাবে সি তে ট্রাঙ্কেট করে দিয়ে দিচ্ছে।
No.
হ্যাঁ, সেটা ট্রানজেক্ট করে দিয়ে দেয়, ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু জাভার ক্ষেত্রে তো মনে হচ্ছে সেমই হবে।
জাভার ক্ষেত্রেও সেম হয়, সি প্লাস প্লাসেও সেম হয়।
জাভাতে ট্রাঙ্কেট
না হয়।
4 9 6 7 2 9 6. Let's check now. 4 2 9 4 2 9 4 9 7 9 6, right? So if I write this number 5 0 0 0 0 right. Yeah, understood, Twinkle? See.
It's a garbage value.
Yes, see why what is happening. See, what is the size of integer? Integer is of 4 byte. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
4 byte means 32 bit. 4 byte means
Yes.
4 into 8 32 bit. Okay. Now what is the maximum number you can represent by 32 bit? It is 2 to the power 32, right? You can represent the maximum number 32 bit is 2 to the power 32. Okay. So now
Yes.
So what I have done, it is this 2 power 32 is this. Okay, 4 to 9 4 9 6 7 to 9 6. Okay. Now so I have used one large number here that is more than 2 power 32. Okay. Okay. Now I am trying to store inside integer number. So now it is giving me garbage because I cannot store a long value inside
Okay.
So it is the concept here. Okay. It is the concept of promotion or demotion. Okay. So guys, understood?
The thing is,
Yes, sir.
until it exists its range, we can store value.
Yes. That you can, but
Yes,
but
yes,
but
yes.
ideally you should not write in this code, right? Because ideally inside your code there you should actually avoid this, right? You should avoid this.
Sir, for Turbo C++, as Madhushri asked, I think there will be no problem if equals to.
Sorry, bolo. Yeah, but
You are muted. Unmute yourself.
yes. Please repeat. Repeat, please. Repeat.
I think there will be no problem if f is equals to 1.5 and we want to print it as an integer in Turbo C++ as it's not exceeding the range.
No, in case of 1.5 also, it will give you output as 1. Okay?
So
In
that's
both the cases, in the Turbo C or in here.
yes, sir, that's what I'm trying to say. Since it's not exceeding the range of integer.
Yes, it will give you 1 only, right?
Yes, sir,
It will
because
give you
it's
1.
within the range,
Yes,
so
yes,
it is
yes,
okay.
yes. Okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. So
Yes, sir.
typecasting and I have also when you use malloc, then also I have to typecast na in this way. In pointer, suppose I have a malloc like this. Malloc inside this, malloc inside this. I have suppose uh, 5. Okay, 5 into suppose size of int. Okay, so then so in this case I am creating an array of 5 integers by using malloc. So since I am creating an array of 5 integers, so I have to typecast my malloc to int pointer, right? So it is also an example of typecasting. Okay,
Typecasting.
by default malloc returns void pointer. So since here I am creating an array of 5 integers by using malloc, so I am typecasting my malloc to int pointer. Okay, so it is another example of typecasting. Okay,
Typecasting. Yes, sir.
okay. So now let's start file now. Okay.
Yes, right.
This site is good, so here you can also file is actually optional in your course. Okay, but I am going through it. It is actually if you open your syllabus, then file is optional. Okay, of course. So directly I am going to code. Okay, it is not. Somebody is. Is that? Okay. See, in my hard disks, suppose it is my hard disk. Okay? In my hard disk, files are stored in this way. Suppose it is f.txt, another file is f1.txt. These files are stored in the hard disk. Okay. Now, so here I have a in my drive C in this folder in suppose yeah, it is drive D, right? In drive D, in this folder, I have a file called new file. Okay. Now here, suppose I have this string. Now, Now, file star fp1. Here, see, this fp1 is a point. I am creating a pointer to the file here. Okay, this fp1 is a pointer to a file. Okay, now in this line I am using this function fopen. Fopen inside the double quote my file path. So what is happening? Suppose my file is stored inside the hard disk in this way. Suppose it is my file. Suppose inside the hard disk, here my file is stored, okay, in this position. Now, inside fp1, whenever I am writing this, fopen this, then in fp1 is actually pointing to this file, okay. Whenever I am mentioning the full path name of my file, then this fp1 should be pointing to this file, okay. And comma r. Here inside double quote r means read mode. Read mode. Okay. That means I can only read this file. I cannot write in this file. So I can only read this file, but I cannot make any change inside the file. Okay. So for this, so in this by function fopen, what does fopen do? Fopen opens a file, and whatever mode I am giving opens in that mode only. Okay, here I am mentioning is R. That means it is I am opening this file in read mode. Okay, okay, in read mode. Now after opening, it is also setting this pointer to this fp1. So that is fp1 now is pointing to this file. Okay. Now there is a while loop. Inside this while loop, I have a character C. So f gets C fp1. F gets C. Suppose inside this my file, I have this line on zone, right? So f gets C fp1. So what happens? It is having this A first. Okay. Okay. Now if C is EOF, what is EOF? It is a macro. EOF is a macro. It means end of file. End of file character. Okay, end of file character.
What is macro?
Macro দেখ আমি একটা ভিডিও আপলোড করেছি কি প্রসেসর দেখেছিস ওর মধ্যে আছে macro is some preprocessor directive. For example, if I write here hash define pi, na? If I write here hash define pi, say pi 1 4, then whenever I actually use this word pi inside my program, pi will be replaced by 3.14. Okay. So here pi is a macro. Okay. So in this way, this inside in somewhere in my C library, this it is actually defined as a macro. Okay. Okay. So now it is called end of file character. Okay. So in most of the value of this end of file actually varies compiler to compiler and actually varies according to the operating system. Okay. In actual Ubuntu, its value is control plus D. In actually Ubuntu or in Linux environment, its value is control plus D. Okay. So usually, if you try to print it, so it will give you -1. The value of end of file is usually -1, but its value actually varies. Okay, but just you mention this C is equal to end of file, then until this end of file character is reached, this fgetC will continue to read the characters. Okay, so C is equal to fgetC fp1. If it is in the file, then break, else print it. Okay, after printing all the characters, I will close this file. So first I have opened this file, and after actually using all this thing, I am closing this file. F close is for closing one file. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
when will the value of EOF become -1?
Yeah. When the when you reach the end of the file, that is, suppose Anjan Dotto, if you start reading from A, now when you reach the end character, after that this end of file character is there. Okay. So suppose this entire line is done. After that, after the end of this, you can get the end of file character. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. So basically, after null character, it will print -1. I mean, it will get -1.
Yeah, and at the end. Okay. Okay. So what this one is doing from this file, whatever is stored inside this file, it is just reading that. Okay, and showing that on the console. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Clear? Yes.
sir,
Yes.
sir, when we make a file, when
Hmm.
we write in it, suppose we are writing Anjan Dotto, then
Hmm.
how are we going to end the file?
Yeah.
Means you are saying that
Yeah. And
end of
yeah. And I am just showing that program to okay, to how to write inside the file. Okay.
okay, sir, okay, sir.
So in this program, I have shown how to read from a file. So now I am showing you the program how to write to a file. Okay. Reading, right. Right. See, while writing, you don't have to understood the end of the file, na? You just write your character inside your file. So why you will bother to
No, sir, that is not my question. My question is, suppose when we write a string, then
yes,
after writing the string, the terminal character is given automatically by the compiler. Means
compiler? Yes,
we don't need to type the terminal character on our own. So
yes,
when
yes,
we
yes,
are writing in a file, then
yes.
how when is the end of file given? Means is it the enter mark or is it
Yes,
something
yes,
else?
yes, 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 yes. Actually, when you if you manually write here, na, if you manually write here and actually either you close the file or you enter and save. See, if you press enter, then enter is also a character, right?
New
So
line.
Yes,
so
sir. That
after you finish your writing, whenever you are just going to close your file, then I think this end of file character is inserted inside the file.
so, sir. Maybe we have to give a checking that when a particular character is entered, then the file should be ended. Like that.
Okay. Why not?
Means I think when a particular means suppose when I enter a particular character, suppose comma, so when I enter that, then the file will be ended. Is it something like that? Means I am
I
saying,
cannot get it.
means I'm trying to say that suppose enter, we press enter when we are trying to start a new sentence or a new paragraph.
Yes,
So
yes.
if we press enter, then if the file gets ended, then we will not be able to write more paragraphs or more sentences. So means if we want to
See,
mark the end of file, maybe we
yes,
have to
yes,
show it in the program that in what
yes.
character we are denoting as
See,
the end
yeah,
of
yeah,
file.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I understood your worry. So see, I am now using here, and I am now in my operating system is Windows. Okay. Now here in this file, I am writing Anjan Datta and I am pressing enter or doing something. But whenever I am closing this file, then that means after that I cannot write actually anything now. Okay, if I just try to close this file, okay, then I think this then I think this end of file character is actually inserted. For example, if I but you please check, okay, because because I am just guessing that, okay, okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now, but if you use Ubuntu, then what happens? If you open a file by using vi command, vi suppose new dot something, vi new dot txt something, then this file is opened at the, then after that what you do, you do escape colon something, na, then your file is closed, right? So at that moment this end of file character actually inserted. I think that, okay, I think that, okay, okay.
Okay, sir.
But you please check, okay.
Yes, sir.
Now so now in this program I am showing how to write inside the file, okay? So now see,
Sir, what is the work of that pointer star FP1 means in the previous program?
yes, yeah. In this star FP1, what happens in my hard disk? In my hard disk, this file is stored, right? In my hard disk, this file is stored, okay?
Yes, sir.
Now,
yes, sir.
this function fopen, I am mentioning the full file path inside here, right? Okay. Now, what does this function fopen does? This function actually sets a pointer to the file in the hard disk inside FP1. Inside FP1, it is setting this pointer to this file. Okay. FP1 actually points to this file. Okay. After opening this file in read mode, it is setting to a pointer to FP1. Okay. And FP1 is pointing to this file.
Sir, means FP1 is a single pointer which is pointing to every character of the file.
Not every character. It is pointing to the first character first, right? It is pointing to the first character. Okay. It's pointing to the first character. Okay. Now see inside C F gets CFP1. So first if I just let me open F gets C function. Okay. F gets C in C. See what does getC does? getC actually fetches a single character from the input stream, right? Now if you add one F beside getC, then it will get the character from the file, not from the input stream. Okay.
Means where will we write F?
देखो F getC is used to obtain input from a file single character at a time. Okay. Now, after reading this character, the file pointer is advanced to the next character. Okay, that means what does getC do? First, it is fetching one single character. Then the file pointer is also incremented by one character. That is, see, if inside my file I have this sentence, okay, that was ANJDU something. So inside FP points to the first character, okay. Now by using F get C, I am reading the first character first. After that, this FP plus plus is done. Okay, it is done by F get C. This file pointer advancement is also done by F get C. Okay, okay.
Okay, sir. So that means now after fetching one character, FP1 is pointing to the next character
This
of the
character.
file.
Exactly.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this while loop continues until this F get C finds the end of file character. Okay. Until this F get C finds the end of file character. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, can
Yes,
we
sir.
use
Sir,
gates?
Pardon?
Sir, can we use gates over here?
Gets matlab gets
sir,
Gets
Instead of
get
F,
test, get test.
এই যে
She's
টোটাল
asking
একটা
instead of
জিনিস মনে
F
হচ্ছে
gets,
F
can
তো
we
ফাইলটা
use?
খোলে
yes
ফাইল
yes
খুলে
yes
টোটাল
yes 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 you can you can you can you can you can for example
Sir, you
suppose
just do it once.
just
Yes, sir, I
just
want.
Sir, you
just,
just
just
show.
I am showing you I have everything with me now. Yeah, see if scanf is there. Okay, if scanf is there. So you are saying F get us no? Okay, just let me check that. Suppose uh,
Sir, she was asking if we can use only getters.
no
Yes,
no
sir.
no 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 F get us. You can
Yes,
use
sir.
F get us.
With it.
F তো
Yes,
ফাইল
sir.
ওপেন
Because
করতে
here,
লাগবে
whatever. Yes, because whatever we are fetching here or writing, that is related to the file, and
File.
getters does not work in case of
Yes
file.
yes
So I
yes.
think it should not work.
No no.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So uh, so it is how to
And sir,
Hmm.
sir, in while loop, sir, you have written while one, so we can also write that while c not equal to e of
Yes
f,
yes
then
yes
we
yes
don't need to
yes
write
yes
that extra
yes
if
yes
statement, if else
yes
statement.
Yes,
yes
yes, yes.
you can you can now writing to a file. Okay, so again here one file pointer is there fpw. Now f open. So here suppose I change this to this. Okay, f open d my files new file 1.txt w. See here there is no such file called new file 1, right? I have only here new file is there. Now what is the function of f open? If I use f open in the write mode, w mode, okay, then f open first searches this file in the specified folder. If this file is absent there, then it creates this file. Okay, f open first actually look into the particular folder for that file, for the mentioned file. If this file is present, then it is fine. If it is absent, then it can first create that file and it open that file in the write mode and set a pointer to the file to fpw. Okay, to fpw. Okay, now so now suppose my hard disk is full or there is some failure, then if f open cannot open this file, then it will return null. Okay, if open fails to open this file, then it will return null. So here there's a check fpw null. then I will print error. Okay. Okay. So I am checking here inside.
Sir, I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Sir, you just said that if we use fopen and if we don't have that file, then we'll create the file.
Yes. Yes.
Then when will it return null then?
Yeah. But suppose my hard disk is full. Suppose my hard disk is full. There is no space for to create the file, right? So this type of this type of problem might be there, right? So then it will fail, right? So if it fails to or suppose suppose in this location there is no right access. Okay. Suppose actually access suppose is not there. Then also everyone cannot open a file. Okay. So in such cases, F1 will fail and Fopen will return null. Okay, so FPW then will store null. So if this condition happens, then I will check this and I will show the user and message. Okay. Now after this, so if it is false, then it will go to this line, printf entering character. So I am entering a character here. So I am using here f printf. See, by using only printf, I print on the console, right? If I use f printf, I am printing inside a file. Okay. So if I only use printf means printing to a console. If I use fprintf, I am printing inside a file. So what the file? It is my file pointer. So inside this file, I am printing a character which is stored inside this variable ch. Okay. After printing it, I am closing this file. Okay.
So fprintf prints inside the file and normal printf prints inside?
On the console? On the console?
Console to.
Printf to console print করে।
ঠিক আছে।
Sir?
Yes?
Sir, why you have written fprintf fpw? Means fpw is the pointer.
Yes. fpw is the file, file pointer.
So we file pointer. So we always need to write that whenever we are printing.
Yeah. If you open this fprintf functions, check that, na? Syntax of fprintf means
file pointer না থাকলে তো বুঝবে না কোন ফাইলে প্রিন্ট করছে।
Yes.
No sir, but we are already opening that file. Means fopen is opening a file at a time. Means opening a single file at a time. So when we are trying to write, then we obviously would be writing in that open file.
But how but how this fprintf will understand what to write? If I don't mention anything inside fprintf, how to understand?
আর তাছাড়া মাল্টি ফাইলে ওপেন করা যায়।
Sir, that we are writing to %ch that we will that the user will write, but why we are giving fpw because we have already opened the file. So do we always need to?
Suppose if I have another file pointer here, star fp1. Now inside this fp1, suppose I try to open another file. Suppose fopen.
হ্যাঁ স্যার মাল্টিপল ফাইল তো খোলা যায়।
Then how
okay, I understood.
ঠিক আছে?
Yes sir. And sir, you said that if fopen fails to means if there is no such file, then fopen will create that
new
file.
Is created.
Create a new file of that name. So this happens in case of write mode. Now if this happens in case of read mode, then also such case
না রিড মোডে এটা হয় না। রিড মোডে
means if I suppose I want to read a file which does not exist, so
হবে না
file cannot be created. Okay, sorry.
Sir, if we want to take input a string, then what would we write?
If you want to input a string, so I
Yes.
think there is f greatest na? If greatest there is na? Or you
F
can
gets
or you can simply put this na. Suppose scanf percent s something, then here you will give percent s only. That's you know.
Sir, can we write if scanf? Anything called if scanf is there?
Yes, I
Yes,
think
I
there.
saw something like
Yes,
that. Yeah.
yes, 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 it is there.
F scanf.
F scanf to strings. Yeah, if this is there, yeah, if scanf is also there. It should be there. Okay.
F scanf what I use है ना?
F scanf. देखिए एक बार. F printf since F printf is there, F scanf should be there. Okay. Let's see. I am just to understand basic file operation, then you can undergo all this thing. Yeah, it is there, it is there, it is there.
সব লাইব্রেরি ফাংশনে তো ফাইল ফাংশনে
Okay, sir.
কনভার্ট করা যায় স্যার।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ মানে পাশে এইট দিয়ে দিলেই হয় আসলে
হ্যাঁ
গিভিয়ন এইট দেন ইট উইল বিকাম ফাইল
এফ তো জাস্ট পয়েন্ট করছে যে ফাইলে করতে।
Sir, in fget we usually have to mention the length of the string, but if we don't know what will be the length of the string, then sir.
If you don't know what is the length string, pardon.
No, that
Suppose
we will know
just a minute,
because
just a minute. Whenever you are inputting a string, then so it will. I cannot get you. That is you are saying that suppose inside your file there is a string, but you don't know that so the length of the string, right?
No, sir, I am asking for fget we need to give the length of the string, but
Yes.
if we don't know the length of the string, then what will we do? Give.
Then you simply use gets them. If you want to if you try to read the characters from the file, okay, then you just simply can read by f get c.
Okay,
no,
sir.
sir. No, sir. She is asking that means first of all, fget is used to take input. So
Yes.
why will we think that whether we know the length of the string or not? Because it is the user who will be taking input of the string. So the user can take a means a longer size, and then he can take input of a smaller string.
Huh. Yeah, not a problem. F get s, right? F get s in C. Just a minute. Yeah, it is suppose inside the file you have suppose a string of 5 characters, okay, but you don't know the length. Then you mention a huge number here, okay. Suppose you mention 10, 20 here, okay. No problem in there, no?
So
See.
like
Okay,
we do
sir.
in case of an array, means we
Yes,
may
yes,
take
yes,
size
yes, yes.
100 or 200
Yes,
or
yes.
anything.
But actually, in this case, if you don't know the string length, then the best is you can use fgetc and you stop your loop when you get the end of file character. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So now, so just run this program once. No.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, is it compiling?
Yes.
Sir, why are you giving stdlib.is?
For exit.
এসটিডি তো ওটাই
Yes.
লাইব্রেরিটা
Sir,
ছাড়া ওটা তো হবে না
ব্যাসে
ফাইল।
না মানে কোথায় ব্যবহার করেছেন exit?
এই যে exit ব্যবহার করেছি, এই যে
Inside of when it's null.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, okay, yes, sir.
So I enter here A. So press enter. So I think this file is created now. Yes, yeah, this file is created. Okay. So inside this I have A. Okay. Okay. So in this way I can create a file and I can read a file. And there is also one function called fseek. Fseek function is there. Fseek. Okay. It's a function called fseek. This function is a function called fseek. Fseek function is there. Fseek. Okay. What it does? Suppose in my file I have many characters. In this way many characters is there. Okay. Now suppose I want to read from a particular location. Suppose I want to read after suppose from the position 10. Okay, suppose 1 to the 5. I want to read from here. Okay, so then I can use fseek function. So if I open the fseek function, then it has this syntax fseek. So you can try this in your home. Okay, if you want to study at the depth, then you can try it in your home. This fseek actually you can read from says the file position to the given offset. That is it is the offset. Okay. So inside fseek, this int whence means from where I have to start. Suppose from position 5, I want to I want to read. Okay, so I will mention here 5 and offset. Suppose up to position 10. Suppose up to after 5 from 5 I want to read. Suppose 10 characters. Okay, then I will mention here 10. Okay, in this way I can use fseek. So here suppose fseek fp768. Okay, so okay, so just you so it is the basic function of fseek. So it is go to this at your home. Okay, this fseek function. And there is also one concept called binary files. Okay, binary files means okay. So up to this today. Okay, up to this today. Okay? This is up to
Sir,
this. So,
offset will print after the last ending character.
no, see, in
No,
fseek,
offset means what is the
offset means
last character up to which you want to print?
yes. Suppose
Okay.
suppose I give here 5, I give here 10. So from the 5th position, I will read 10 characters. Okay, from the 5th position, I will read 10 characters. Okay, so it is the fseek function. Okay.
And sir, another, I have one question. Sir,
Yes.
in files, we
Yes.
are starting the index from 0 or 1?
In files, we are starting index
From 0 or 1 means when we want to count the characters, we will be counting from 0 or 1.
no. See, in this case, see, you have a file pointer, right? So whenever you have to count, then you can start from one. Na? You have to just count the number of characters in your file. So why you are bothered about the index?
No, sir, because in case of array, means suppose we want to print the fifth element of an integer array, but printing the fifth element of an integer array will mean that we are wanting to print element which is at index 4. So I want to means get the concept for this.
But
That
see, I don't think in this case there is an option. If you want to print, suppose fifth character, then you can print it by using fstick, I think. So here you should start from 1.
sir, are you sure?
I am not sure. Okay. Let's
Sir,
check this.
you want
Bola.
no, sir, I was about to tell that you once please search that.
Yeah, I am searching that. So starting index string inside. No. Let's do one thing. If I want to print, just a minute, let me check the fstick function. Okay, I have forgotten this fstick function. Fstick fp7 6
Sir, what is that seek set
Yes.
inside
Beginning of a
fseek?
file. Beginning of a file. Okay.
Beginning of file. Okay.
Yes. Seek means current portion of the file pointer. Okay. Seek end means end of the file. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Sir, six set is a reserved word.
কি বললেন লাস্টের দুটো
Sir,
লাস্টের
six
দুটো
set are reserved word.
Yes, macro. They are all macros. Okay. They are macros. They are actually defined inside the header file. Okay.
Sir, what are these things? These are mentioned in that video preprocessor.
Yes.
Six set seeker.
No. Six set is not mentioned in the video. In the video, what is preprocessor and what is macros that are mentioned. But this six set seeker are actually macros for the file. Okay.
File
six set কি?
Six set হচ্ছে beginning of the file. If I mention six set, see, if I mention here fp7 six set, then it will give you it will start from the beginning up to the 7th position. Okay.
Okay.
Six set means it will take the cursor to the beginning of the file. Okay. And seek end means it will take the cursor at the file end. Okay.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, বলছি যে আজকের মতন থাক।
হ্যাঁ থাক আমি বলছি তো পরের দিন হয়ে যাবে।
Sir, just one question, sir.
Yes, বলো।
Sir, seeker যখন লিখবো বললেন তখন 7th পজিশন থেকে স্টার্ট হবে।
এখানে যখন হচ্ছে fp7 6 set. 6 set means 6 set indicates the beginning of the file.
Yes.
That means see 7 is the offset and it is from what to read. Okay. So that means I have to read from the beginning up to 7th position. Okay. That's the meaning of this. And Moses, and Moses, your question that is what is the index of the first character of the insert file. So I will just check that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Actually, see, I do.
Sir, actually my question was, what if it is sick curve instead of 6
Sick
7?
card. Okay. Sick card is current position. Suppose
So it will start from the 7th position.
no. See, current means suppose I have already read 4 characters of my file. Okay,
Yes.
that means currently my file pointer is at the 5th position. Okay,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So seek car means it will give you 5. Okay,
Okay.
that means here if I mention 87 seek car, that means from 5th location up to this 7 characters I had to read. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's the thing. Okay, so it is the basic concept of file. So how to read and write in file, it is understood. So actually only binary file is left. So okay, so
Sir,
actually,
in the next class, please you just you see the various functions and their workings and please means try to write some outputs at home and you see their different functions and then you
function means
tell us the
function
next class.
function means function
Means
means
I am telling the operations, means the different functions which are used in file handling and their various operations and
so
you just
my advice that you please try at home. Okay, that thing. So I have just shown you understood. I am just explaining the basics of file. So now you just try define function because there are lots of functions in file. Okay, so you try it at your home. Okay, and whenever you have any doubt, please call me. Okay.
okay sir.
Yeah.
Okay sir.
Yeah, see, inside file, you have this F6 function. So, see, the main important thing is how to write inside a file and how to read from a file. Okay, and this F6 function, I am just telling you this concept. But the important thing is how to open a file, how to read, and how to write from a file. Okay.
Okay sir. Sir, this file handling is not mandatory in second semester, no? Optional. So if we means I'm just saying that if we want not to study for the time
Yes.
being, then it
Yes.
is okay. Means
It's
up
okay.
to
It's okay.
structure it is mandatory.
Yes.
After
Yes.
that,
Yes.
this file handling is just
It's
optional.
optional.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
But
Okay, sir.
thing is that actually practically this file handling is actually important because if you work in an industry na, then there are Excel files they will give you data inside the file, so you have to face that. Okay.
No,
So
sir.
this file is
I
important.
yes, sir.
Yes.
I was just asking. Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so actually now after this class our course is completed. Okay, now till now. So now what I can suggest that if you have any doubt in particular topic, so actually you can mention there that and I will take a class for that. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And sir, at what time will you take tomorrow's class?
Tomorrow's class, I think at afternoon, 3 or 4 p.m. Is
Okay,
okay for
sir.
you?
Then you inform in the group. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure. Okay.
Sir, you can take at 12 p.m. also.
Okay. I will inform.
Just
Okay.
inform.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, bye.